Hi, welcome to this week's G.I. Joe toy review. Well, this week we are reviewing Rex, the Dr. Lewis, and more on who he is here later on. But before we get to Rex, the Dr. Lewis from the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra movie line, we are going to be reviewing, or we're going to be doing our shout-outs of the week, starting with Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street, where you can buy all your video game needs, and I do mean all, going from the Atari all the way up to current systems and games for each consoles. And you can also get all kinds of gaming mags, comic books. You get vinyl records, CDs, cassettes, DVDs, more on, from Back to the Media. So definitely go ahead and check them out. And while you're in the area, please do check out Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles, where you can get all your toys and collectible needs. And the cool thing is I got this guy from Time Travelers. So go ahead and check them out. You get He-Man and G.I. Joe and Transformers and all of the like. And so yes, definitely check them out. And if you're looking for comic books and are needing a comic book fix, I suggest going to 80 Weems Lane to 4-Color Fantasies and checking them out. And you get Marvel, DC, Image, and you get all kinds of titles from G.I. Joe to Transformers to Superman to Spider-Man, Batman, Iron Man, and all points in between. So definitely go ahead and check them out. And if you're in the Winchester area and are looking for a good Jamaican food spot to go and get some good Jamaican food, may I suggest Tropical Islands on Piccadilly Street. And go and see Lloyd and his wonderful staff. You can get good conversations, some very awesome Jamaican food, and and get a full belly when you leave. And if you're looking for a bank and you're in, may I suggest going to either United Bank or Bank of Clark. Both of them are good banks. I've been affiliated with both for a while. So definitely check them out. And Cobra Island is a proud supporter of mental health awareness. So if you need any kind of mental health stuff need it. And may I suggest going to either see Robert C. Brown at Healing Grace Counseling Services at 133 West Boscawen Street, Suite number 10. Definitely check him out. He's a good listener, a good person to talk to, and all that kind of good stuff. And if Rob doesn't have what you're looking for, may I suggest going to Northwestern Community Services and check them out. They got good case management, peer group counseling, all that kind of good stuff. So definitely go ahead and check them out. And if you're looking for insurance, may I suggest State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So go ahead and check them out. And so let's go ahead and get the doctor here. And we'll start with his file card. Good Cobra logo on the barcode. MIC number is classified. And then, of course, you got a picture of Rex Lewis right here. And it says, the doctor, name Rex Lewis. Rex is the chief experimental doctor for Mars Industries and the developer of advanced nanotechnology. Disfigured in an explosion, he relies on life support equipment as he launches a diabolical plan to satisfy his thirst for power and revenge. Preferred weapon is the Mars Industries Radical Exponential Nano Injector System. So that gives a brief history of who he is, and I'll go into more detail later on. And but we'll look at his accessories. The doctor on his figure stand, nice dog tag, Cobra logo on the back. And he has his assault rifle, which is funky looking experimental rifle, which looks cool. And he comes with his wig, and he comes with his nanomite injector. and these two little claw hands. So let's go ahead and take a look at the doctor. As you can tell, he's bald head. There you go, bald head for you, Byron. At least he's got a toupee. But he's got his life support system hooked up with his long black lab coat, which we seen on G.I. Jane a couple years back when we did her video. But hers was white with a G.I. Joe logo on it. I mean, he's all wearing all black, you know, with cool silver Cobra symbol. You know, this is a pretty good looking figure. But let's take a look at the his movements. His head really doesn't move much because the lab coat does kind of interfere with the life support setup. And he does have his arm movement where he can raise it about there. Rotate the full 360. Bends at the elbow. He can rotate at the elbow. Of course, he's got his wrist movements. You know, his leg can lift to about here. You got to move it somewhat to the side so it can get his leg lifted up. Of course, he can do the splits, but his coat does hinder, so he can only spread them so far. You know, and he's got his double knee joint. As you already see, he does have the ankle swivel. His ankle pinned. You know, so let's go ahead and take a look at him all geared up. So here's Rex Lewis all geared up. And of course, he can't wear these little hand attachments while he's holding his weapons, but it's all pretty cool anyway. But let me give a little bit more of a detailed history on this character. Yes, he was a doctor, an experimental doctor in with Mars Industries. But prior to that, he was in the United States Army, teamed up with his regular partner of Conrad Duke Hauser. And he was also the brother to Duke's fiance, who later became, in that movie, which we turned out to find out becomes the Baroness. You know, but was all cool as I don't know what, but you know, it's still. But we were talking about Rex, not Baroness. But Rex, eventually, when he goes over to a war, when they're at war, and him and Duke are deployed, and Ripcord, all three of them are deployed. He goes into this bunker to catch Dr. Mindbender, and Dr. Mindbender shows him his nanomite technology while he's there, and they bombard the bunker that Mindbender and Rex was in, and of course they don't say nothing about what happened to Dr. Mindbender, but Rex apparently survived that explosion and is on life support system, and now he works for Mars Industries. And at the end of Rise of Cobra, as y'all know, for those who've seen it, for those who haven't, spoiler alert, this is going to be a spoiler. You know, he ends up becoming Cobra Commander. You know, that's your spoiler alert. So this is the pre-Cobra Commander version of this figure, of this character. So, yeah, it worked. You know, so this is a really good looking figure. He's a really good figure. And see, Byron, he didn't say ball long. But it's all cool. But this is a cool looking character, good looking figure. You know, and I'm glad I have him in my collection. And the day I actually bought him from Time Travelers, I wound up buying the exclusive 3-pack of the Mars Officer with 2 Mars Troopers, who I will be reviewing, I think I'll be reviewing those 3 in October. But it's all well and good. But this is Rex the Dr. Lewis. So this is a really good figure. I would do this as top tier just because of who he is. I haven't really been a big fan of the G.I. Joe live action movies, but you know, I have all 3. Rise of Cobra, Retaliation, and the Snake Eyes origin. But I do have all 3. I'll officially do a review of all 3 of those live action movies here pretty soon for you guys to do a reaction, from watching it. And I want to watch them so that I watch them each individually as I do each one, so that way I'm not adding parts just from Retaliation and Snake Eyes to Rise of Cobra or vice versa, or any way you do it, a combination of the 3. But that will be coming up. I think that'll be coming up soon. I might as well do it here soon just to do it. But this is Rex the Dr. Lewis. This is a top tier figure. You could watch like several, like Mr. 1013 or quite a few other people that do or Sanitarian Productions and quite a few other videos that do modern figures for other opinions. So go ahead and check them out. But this has been Rex the Dr. Lewis. And for Cobra Island, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. See you in the next one.